Getting really good at climbing takes a ton of dedication and hard work, but for those of you that want to make improvements with the least amount of effort as possible, this video is going to go over how you can do just that in 3 easy steps. No worries, we're not talking about drills, we're not going to do any weightlifting or grip training, there's no flexibility needed, just 3 easy steps. Hi, I'm Sarah from Sin Edition. Welcome to 3 Minute Thursday. Let's put time on the clock and get started. Step number 1, you're going to include 1 more climbing session per week in your climbing regimen. That means if you're climbing once per week, you're gonna start climbing twice per week. 3 times, you're gonna be climbing 4 times per week. I wouldn't do more than 4 times a week, so if you are currently climbing 6 or 5 times a week, cut down your climbing session once per week. This might sound counterproductive, but once I started implementing more rest days in my climbing sessions, I definitely saw an improvement. It's incredible what your body can do when it recovers appropriately. Also, what do you think of this little espresso cup? It's called a pinch hold espresso cup, and it's got these little ridges, kind of like a rock would. I feel like I'm getting better at climbing just by holding it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll leave a link to this in the description if you're interested. Step number 2 is you're going to find a hard climb. You're going to find something that you can project on each week. So you're going to climb on a route that is at least 2 grades above what you're currently climbing. So if you're climbing a V4, you're going to be looking at a V6 climb. If you're climbing a 510A, you're going to be looking at a 510C climb. For this, you're going to spend either 20 or 40 minutes, depending on how much time you have available, to project on that route. If you're climbing for 20 minutes, then make sure that you're taking 2 to 5 minute breaks between each go. And if you're climbing for 40 minutes, you can make these breaks 5 to 10 minutes long, starting at 5-minute breaks and then tapering all the way to 10-minute breaks as you get more tired. That way, each time you go for the climb, you're giving it 100% and your exhaustion isn't preventing you from making those hard moves. A note on this is don't jump into projecting as soon as you get to the gym. You still need to warm up. And a pro tip for you, if you are projecting on a crimpy climb, make sure you have crimps in your warm-up. If you're doing slopers or edges, make sure that slopers or edges are in your warm-up. This will help you climb harder, and it's going to help prevent injuries, which is the last thing we want right now. As you can see, step 1 and 2 aren't very challenging, and nor is number 3, but it's definitely going to improve your climbing so that you can get to the next level. Step number 3 is trying a new technique each week. And don't worry, you don't have to do drills or anything like that. If you follow me on my channel, you know I love drills, but in this video, there's no drills. We're just going to select one technique that we're going to implement at least a couple of times per session. So if you want to focus on flagging, then try and add flagging to each of the routes you do during your climbing session. If you want to try drop knees, then add a drop knee to each of the climbs that you're doing. This doesn't have to be super challenging, but by getting your body into the movement and looking at the technique, you're gonna start seeing improvements across the board on your climbing. And don't worry, if you don't know what technique you should be practicing, I actually made an article about 22 techniques for climbing. I'll include a link to that article in the description below. And I'd like to give a shout out to Quest Vankirk. Congratulations, that is an amazing improvement, and it's such a short period of time. Keep up the good work and have fun climbing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and watch this video next when you're ready to start climbing hard. I go over what you can do to maximize 60 minutes and get the most out of your climbing session. And spoiler alert, drills are included. So if you don't like drills, it's okay, watch a different video.